What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Jedi Jive. My name is Mike, and joining us, as always, is my sister Jenny.
Hey, guys.
We're reacting to The Acolyte, which has been a little bit of a controversial show online in terms of people's opinions, evidenced by some of the comments we've been getting in both directions. Some people have a lot of intense opinions about this show.
Meanwhile, our reactions have not been intense at all. We've been kind of in the, meh, let's wait and see camp.
I agree. We feel like we've been pretty much kind of middle of the road.
Yeah.
Mostly because there hasn't been anything solid to really latch onto yet in this, and that at first it was mysterious, but then they kind of revealed the mystery, and now after this last episode, there's a lot of different possibilities of, wait a minute, is this just we're watching things from Osha's perspective and they're gonna give us other perspectives of what really happened? Is that really how it went down, or is Osha is that unreliable narrative, as they would say?
I feel prepared to be fooled in one way or another. I don't know how, but whether that's showing somebody else's perspective that radically changes ours, or whether that's a character we like turning out to be a bad guy or something like that. I feel prepared to have some kind of reversal enter the picture.
Yeah. There's going to be twists. I mean, one would only imagine. I like the characters so far, but because it's kind of hard to tell what people's motivations really are, I don't necessarily have any emotional investment in any particular character yet.
Yeah,
I think since we're approaching the mid part of the show, I do kind of want that to start to happen, because I want to be, it's okay if there's mystery. It's okay if answers aren't given to us right away. I like that to some degree, but I also want to have something to invest in.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't want to just be kind of waiting for information to come. So I'm hoping that this episode kind of gets us on the okay, now I'm invested. Because if they don't, that's gonna it's because right now, since we're kind of
through the season,
but aside from all of that, aside from all of the crazy disagreements online, I am still enjoying the basic, this is a Star Wars show, and like I said, I'm easy when it comes to that. I know a lot of people are. I'm just happy to be able to watch a Star Wars show and realize how spoiled we are that we even get this much content.
Yeah.
It's if we don't like it, cool, just move on and watch something else.
Right.
But for everybody that does love this, awesome. We're here to dork out with you about it, and we want to, we don't necessarily want to be taking sides. I just want to be honest about how I feel, and that's our intent here.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, I'm glad we were able to clear that up, but I'm excited for this episode because I think there's a lot of potential, and I'm hoping that we can rise to that.
Great. Let's watch.
So guys, let's do a reaction, and we'll talk about it afterwards.
Call for a relaxing force retreat in the Outer Rim.
I'm just excited to see a Wookiee Jedi.
I hope Kelnaka doesn't get killed. I hope we actually get to
enjoy that character.
See him do some action at least. Is he living inside an old crashed ship?
I think it's a crashed ship.
Kinda
Remember
Rey.
those two guys in the last episode were trying to raid it, and
yeah.
he took them out. What are these markings?
Okay, all right. Okay.
Keep each movement tight, yet subtle.
Ha! Okay.
Maximize your defenses without need to strike.
May is the Jedi's problem now. And I'm not a Jedi. Someone must find May before she does any more harm, but it's not me. I can't.
Is she gonna try to find her, though?
Oh, okay, it's, what's his name?
Chimere, I think.
Chimere.
I know bounty hunters won't set foot in these forests.
That's forced clumsiness. He might actually be the red lightsaber guy.
To find the Wookiee. And it was hard.
They're show him being clumsy to throw you off the scent of him being actually her master.
You went in there and risked your life for my master?
No, I risked my life to help you. You know, your sister being alive doesn't change anything. You made a deal.
A deal?
There's 3 hours of sunlight left.
What are the terms of the deal?
Follow me?
I mean, usually with somebody with a red lightsaber, it's power.
Yeah.
Her emotions guide her every choice in combat.
Yet there is skill there.
Yes, someone has trained her.
An apprentice who doesn't know their master. It's absurd.
The 4 Jedi stationed on her home planet when she was a child. How odd. She turns up all these years later, trained by one of our own.
We must alert the High Council.
The High Council would be obliged to inform the Senate. A scandal like this would inspire fear.
Uh-oh. Cover up. Cover up.
But I saw her fall. No one could have survived that.
Maul got cut in half and fell into reactor core and ended up living.
You must know that.
Hatred keeps people alive in the Star Wars universe.
She will not surrender without getting something in return.
Do we have something she
Him.
wants?
You're the bait. Yeah, I think this Chimera guy is the
How do you
master.
kill a Jedi without a weapon? It has to be some sort of test, right? Can you use their saber if you disarm them? Or is that cheating? She seemed really fond of that one Jedi Master. What was his name again? Soul? Anyways, let's get
Oh
going.
shit.
He just did that to provoke her.
Yeah,
Why?
Yeah. This guy's he knows so much more than
He's sus. He's definitely sus.
He's suspect number 1 for red lightsaber guy. They're like, we need to combine BB-8 with a smartphone for these Gen Z kids.
Right.
I say it like a lot in reactions, but sometimes in Star Wars, just like ships coming in and landing is like the bread and butter for me.
Yeah,
I love
like
all
all
that.
you
The
need
audio
to
visual,
to
like
enjoy
yummy.
it.
I love it. Yeah.
That is a low bar, but
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Nice hair, Yord.
Well, it's actually
He
the
definitely
property
has
of
the
Jedi
hair of a
Order,
cartoon
so
character.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to insist that you hand it over.
Some nice landscapes.
Mm-hmm.
I've known you since we were younglings. May has always been your wound. Maybe Sol brought you here to face her, but maybe he brought you here to face yourself. We need to catch up.
That's supposed to sound really deep, but it's not particularly deep.
I think Yord thinks a little highly of himself.
Yeah, I definitely think that.
We'll know the red lightsaber guy is Chimera when we don't see them in the shot together. When they're not there at the same time.
We don't know. And we don't want to know what lives out here.
Rodents of unusual size?
Yeah, the bumps in the trees look like they're
Eggs
ready
of some
to,
kind, yeah.
Yeah. It's got a xenomorph face hugger in it. Don't do it! Didn't you ever watch Alien? Get out of there. Yep. This egg sack looks like I should touch it.
Oh, it's a bug.
That was
It's a giant
cool.
bug.
It's like a
They're
like
like
a pill
potato
bug,
bug.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yo.
Sol!
Yo. Ew.
I have it.
It's attracted to light.
Like any moth.
Let's move.
Is that what that was?
It'll be dark soon.
That looks straight from
Hell?
hell. Yeah.
We're not defined by what we lose. We're defined by what we survive. You've survived a lot.
You can't stop now.
I have to fight a Wookiee after this trek. I'd like to rest for a minute. It's not a test. He calls it the final lesson. Your final lesson is one you teach yourself. You will kill a Jedi without a weapon. I want this more than anything, but it's impossible. And if I don't do it, they'll kill me.
I'm gonna find you more water.
Do we believe that he just innocently went to find more water? I'm not sure I do.
Yeah, definitely. Jury's still out on him. But also, she got tired and he didn't seem tired. So
Right.
he seems like he'd be pretty fit if he's outlasting her.
He's vanished again. I swear we need a tracker just to track our tracker. We've lost Basil.
The hell? Oh, okay, so she tricked him.
Bay, help!
After running through that forest for an extremely long time, I realized something. I don't need to do this anymore. I don't need to kill a Jedi without a weapon. I don't need to keep this deal.
What?
Osha being alive changes everything. My loyalty is to Osha, not your master.
What?
What I'm going to do is surrender myself to Kelnaka, and then turn myself into the Jedi.
No, stop.
It seems like an
Very
abrupt
quick-
about face.
Yeah.
I'll have to admit it. I did need you.
Bay!
So she was faking it before?
Yeah, I'm very puzzled by that entire situation.
You're not going to face her. You're going to face your past. Both of us will. Once we get May safely to the ship, I'll explain everything.
Too many secrets. Oh, that's some spores. Now you're gonna turn into a xenomorph.
Little buddy?
He's found May.
Oh, she's running right into his house.
Master Kelnaka!
He's already
Is
dead.
he like already dead?
Did Chimere kill him?
And then
No.
they're gonna show up and think that she did it, right?
Oh, but that's with a weapon. With a lightsaber, though.
He's here.
Oh, yep. Wasn't in the same shot as Chimere. It's
Yeah.
yeah. I feel like it's him, but you've seen this shot in the trailer too. We know he pulls his lightsaber. There he is. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Floating down like a specter.
He's gonna ignite the lightsaber. Ooh, creepy.
Identify yourself.
Smilo Ren. Oof.
Run!
Yo. Oh. Yes. Let's. Oh, come on. Exactly 1 second of awesomeness. Oh my gosh. Okay. That last shot was pretty freaking
Yeah,
cool.
that was a great shot.
That guy definitely had the Kylo Ren energy, and like I said, we'll know that it's Chimere when Chimere just like isn't in the shot.
Right.
And it's like he was the only character not there.
Around. The only character not there. Conveniently had been like tied up, but
And Kelnaka obviously got killed by a lightsaber, and Chimere
Right.
had just been being like, "Oh, are you allowed to steal their lightsaber and kill them with that?"
Right.
And it's like,
Right.
like he was pretending. Like to me, it was very like, and they had him like knock over that box next to the ship when they landed.
look at
and
me being a klutz.
Yeah, and I was like, that's forced clumsiness. But once again, there's a lot of misdirection going on here. A lot of like I said, unreliable narrative that could just be them red herring
Sure.
us.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
throwing us off the
The
trail
mask
again.
was super creepy, and the way he did the sort of when he turned his head and kind of casually flicked Osha away, it was the like possessed sort of like doll head sort of
Yes.
thing that he did. You know, it was really creepy.
So I'm gonna give it to you guys straight. Honestly, that last 10 seconds there, like I finally felt what I wanted to feel.
Yeah, A+.
And it's not, obviously you can't just have that all episode it's not just like draw your lightsabers and start
it wouldn't have as
blowing
much of an impact if it was happening all the time, but that was like it made an impact.
but like being perfectly honest, 10
Yeah.
seconds at the end of the episode isn't
It's not enough.
It's not enough
I
because
agree.
I was
I
sitting there
agree.
bored the whole time, being like, "This is what
Yeah, this
and
was
you
kind
and I
of
were like,
this was kind of almost like a throwaway episode in a lot of ways.
so it's like, wait, why would you spend 30 plus minutes doing all of that boring stuff to give me 10 seconds of yes,
awesome, yeah.
finally. I mean, hopefully the next 4 episodes have more of that. There's more lightsaber battles and force usage and like, you know, but yeah, there was not
a lot going on. I am extremely puzzled, and I don't want to say intrigued.
May flipped way too quickly.
She flipped way too quickly,
Yeah.
way too easily.
And what
There
was even the
something
motivation for
suspicious
flipping?
about that? And then she was obviously terrified at the end when the minute she
Oh wait,
knew
no,
that
she
Red
didn't
Lightsaber
flip.
Guy was
She
there.
just like revealed that she had been pretending since she's like, we've been walking through this forest for a while, and you know what that made me realize? It's like, so wait, she was faking it the first half of the episode,
Right.
But she seemed like, wait, what?
Yeah, no, multiple things about that about face didn't make sense.
I don't know if that's
There's something else
misdirection,
going
like the
on.
directing was bad, or if the script was just. I don't know what happened there, but it was
Yeah.
very like jarring and like, wait, what? And not a like,
completely
oh,
agree.
there's a reveal. It was more sort of like, wait, no, that didn't
Yeah.
line up.
Yeah.
Things didn't mesh there, and that's not good. So yeah, guys, it's like I can fully be like that last 10 seconds gave me the goosebumps. The way I want to get more of that out of Star Wars and out of these shows, but like a lot of like just like that Green Lady Vernestra, any scene that she's in, I just get instantly like, ugh. This seems like
there was one kind of
kinda
interesting
just
thing
bad
in that
acting.
scene, which is that there was a lot of politics going on, and it's not the first time we've said
Oh,
that
yeah,
on this
the
show.
cover-up.
The
Yeah.
cover-up story that they're doing. There's a lot of like intra-Jedi politics in a way that we haven't necessarily seen depicted before. Sort of painting the like, you know, the House of Cards element of it all.
yeah.
The sort of the closed door meetings element of like being on the Jedi Council or whatever it is, you know? Which I guess is like a nod to the realities of being part of any group. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. That's a little bit interesting to
Because
see
that Vernestra
dynamic.
lady was like specifically like, we can't let this get out or it's going to be like so
Right.
bad for us.
Right.
So it's like, well, that's depicting the Jedi as dishonest and
Right. But again,
corrupt.
not all in a black and white way, in a way that sort of says like, well, these people have their problems too.
yeah.
You know, like they're not shiny, perfect people.
Yeah. I've pointed out in a couple places where I'm like, oh, like cool scenery. I say it in probably half of the Star Wars reactions I do on this channel. I always love a good ship flying in and turning around and landing, and the audio you get of like the engines powering down
Yeah.
and the like, it's repeated ad nauseum in Star Wars, but every time is like unique. It's on a different landscape with a different ship with some slightly different audio in it. I eat that right up every time. And I know has nothing to do with storytelling or like making a good TV show. Oh, congratulations, a ship landed. But like,
But
I
it's
always
enough to give you the feels momentarily.
yes, because the Star Wars is so built on that audio visual experience.
Yeah.
Like so much of the foundation of Star Wars is audio, like hearing things.
You and I talk a lot about like sound effects on this channel.
Yeah.
You know, it's something that we definitely notice a lot in context of these
There
shows.
was a scene where it showed Kelnaka like going into his abode, and you could hear all the sounds of the forest in the background.
Mm-hmm.
And for like a second there, I was like, "Ooh, cool!" I'm like in the environment. I can hear all the little birds chirping and creepy forest creatures making their little noises. But then it didn't really permeate or like last that long. It started to then feel like they were in a forest set.
Yeah.
Like it felt less like we're in the forest right now and more like we're in a soundstage with like fake trees
Yeah.
and like that's the other subject here that I know people have been very critical of, where it's like they spent $180 million on this show. Where did the money go? That
Right.
one CGI scene of like the pill bug like going up the side of the tree, and then there was like a moth killer demon moth. That
Yeah,
flew up.
I got major like Wizard of Oz vibes out of that scene, like going through the forest where the
Yes.
trees like throw apples at her, and Osha's totally Dorothy with her like ragtag bunch of misfit friends. Super Wizard of Oz vibes. Also a little bit like Princess Bride, where they go into the scary dark forest and they have like the rodents of
Rodents,
unusual
yeah.
size and the sand pit and all of that.
Well, either way, I was
So-
thinking like, wow, like it was some cool, because you and I both went ooh when that little pill bug came alive, but it lasted all of 2 seconds, and then he
Right.
cut it, and
Yeah.
that was
And
it.
it was done.
Back to boring
Yeah.
forest trek
Yeah.
and nothing happening, and yeah, I kind of just felt that way the whole time, being like, this is like.
And you can tell by our reaction. We have sort of long stretches where we're literally just sitting here silently.
Mm-hmm.
I can't imagine this would be a very interesting watch to anybody who's going and looking at the unedited reaction, because a lot of the time we're literally just sitting here.
I'm the guy that's like, oh my god, I love the ship coming in and flying. It's like sitting, and it's like because I'm obsessed with Star Wars and I love this stuff, and I love all like, oh my god, a Wookiee. Like, somebody that's just like a whatever fan is gonna be bored.
I've got to say, this is the second time in this show where I feel like they missed an opportunity by killing a character off so quickly. The first was obviously Carrie Ann Moss.
I had just said I wanted to kill her.
You squandered one of the best certified badasses out there by killing her in the first episode. And then
in the flashback episode, they still didn't even use her.
They didn't really even utilize her. And then in this case, we got a Wookiee Jedi. And I really just wanted to enjoy having a Wookiee Jedi around and see him do his stuff for a while. But then they killed him summarily as well.
So like we've ripped it up sufficiently. The good news is that last scene,
that left me wanting more.
It wasn't enough standalone in this episode, but it was enough to make me be like, all right, like show me the next episode. I want to
see the rest of that fight.
That I know some people are gonna call me out and be like, dude, Disney has you by the balls right now, being like, all they gotta do is jangle some keys for 2 seconds, and you're like, like. Because we just got done being like, wow, I sat like in boredom for 30 minutes, but then they got my Star Wars blood going with
but that's
one little.
Honestly, like,
I hope
the honest reaction that we've had.
I hope there's more of that, because I did get the feels for a second, and I'm willing to come back and keep watching and invest. If that promise of what they just showed us is that of things to come, that it's not gonna be a moth for 2 seconds that fizzles out. Or, like I said, some forced sounds that I'm getting immersed in the environment, and then I'm gone. And then I'm not in it. So, like, I want to be invested in things. I want to believe in it. I want to have an emotional attachment to something. I don't want to just be waiting for keys to jangle. I don't want them to just give me that carrot every 10 minutes to keep me interested. I want to actually eat a meal.
I don't feel like I am emotionally invested in any specific character.
Yeah.
I mean, Osha's the protagonist of the show.
For a minute, I was invested in Soul a little bit, but now I'm kind of like, but what's Soul even? Because he was like, we'll talk about this when we get back to the ship, and I'll tell you what I know. And
right.
Like, are you being dishonest
He's being
too?
cagey too.
Yeah.
So I don't have like I'm not fully on board with like, this is who I'm rooting for. This is who I want to win.
Yeah.
There's a lot of sort of gray area with all of these characters. Yeah,
guys, I agree. We can't get. It's not about getting answers all at once. It's not about being impatient for like, well, what's the answer? I don't need the answers right now. I just want to have something to believe in. I want to have something, and right now I don't. I'm kind of like, okay, right now Smilo Ren is my favorite character.
Right.
Because I want to. He's the only character that's done shit so far.
Right.
And he kind of like, I'm starting to like not like some of these Jedi characters, and I hope he kills all of them.
Right.
That's kind of like
you're no one's favorite Jedi.
Yeah. Like, you know? So that's kind of where I'm at right now. Is I mean they're selling it. I think Chimera is the one they're starting to hint. Because of all the little subtle misdirects, ones that could go either way, they could be throwing us off.
If that's the case, we've got to ask where he got his training, because the Jedi assume that it's a Jedi.
To me, the whole make him look clumsy, have him hanging upside down from a tree on the last shot you see him in, make you assume like
it's all misdirection.
Yeah, but they also know we're smart and are looking for those things, so I could see them just toying with us. But like, I don't want to be giving Disney too much credit right now, because like the honest opinion is I'm not that impressed right now. I am going to come back, however, and keep watching this, because I do want, like, Smilo Ren just saved the game with a Hail Mary at the last second there.
Yeah,
like
I'm with you.
They were about to lose the game, and Kylo Ren kept us in there. So I'm hoping this isn't just a key jangle. I'm hoping that they are going to serve us a full meal in the back half of this season. Some of these other characters like Yord and what's the girl with the horns on her face?
I can't remember her name.
See, this is another thing. It's like I'm not remembering names of these characters because I'm not that invested in them. But yeah, you know what? I still, because maybe I'm that easy, but I still enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean, all of that said, we're gonna see you guys next week.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah. Like this isn't wasted time for me. I can understand somebody wanting to turn it off and be like, "This isn't for me." Cool. If you think that this is like the coolest thing ever, and you're like super, like you love that extra bit of you don't know what's what, and like it's all
Yeah,
just
you know what? People
cool.
like what they like, and like you said before, if this isn't your cup of tea, like The Empire Strikes Back is still out there. You can go watch that instead, you know?
Yeah. My favorite comment that we just got from last week's video was "Get ratioed, fruit."
There's so much going on in that comment. There's so many things happening at once in there.
Yes, guys, if you want to ratio this video, that would be great. Engagement is engagement, right? We'll take it on. Guys, we're really glad you enjoyed. You're here to join and watch us. Guys, I'm glad you joined us to watch this. And we're looking forward to next week, and we want to know what you thought about it. So let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you want to see reactions fully unedited, go over to patreon.com/JediJive. That's where we put them up. We'll see you next week.
Peace.
Peace.